Hello, Pastor Steve Parr here, Gwinnett Metro Baptist Network. Thank you so much for watching this month's Parr Four. Looking so forward to Thanksgiving. I know you are. I'm thankful for you, and I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Well, we've got a lot to cover today, so let's jump into today's Parr Four. Number one is this. Please mark down December 2nd from 2 to 3 p.m. We're going to have a virtual Christmas fellowship on Zoom. We did this last year and had a great time, and we had prayer time and got to fellowship together, but we gave away a lot of gifts to our pastors. Well, the grand prize last year was an iPad. I've reached out to a lot of our ministry partners, and believe it or not, I've received literally several $1,000s to use for this Christmas fellowship. So we're going to be giving away a lot of gifts to pastors to bless you. So you'll want to be a part of it, not only for the fellowship, but also maybe to receive one of the prizes. Every pastor will receive something, and the grand prize, believe it or not, is going to be a $1,000 check to help you with your Christmas and with your family. So don't miss it. December 2nd, 2 to 3 p.m. You'll be receiving the link. If you haven't seen it, email steve@gmba.org, and we'll be glad to get it to you in plenty of time. Part two is this. Thank you for being at our annual meeting a couple of weeks ago. It went great and had great participation. If you weren't there, one thing you missed that was exciting, we introduced 7 new churches into our network who are now full members. And that's a large number, by the way, at one time. And that's not to be confused with last month. I shared about 7 new pastors who are now filling pulpits that have been vacant over the last year. No, these are churches that are new in our network. And I'll remind you, maybe you know a pastor who'd be a candidate for our network. I'd love to talk to them. Please introduce me if that is the case. And we've got several prospects right now. But anyway, we're so glad to have those new churches. And then part 3 is this, also going back to the annual meeting. We did approve the budget, and I want you to know just a little bit about that without getting too heavy into the details. You know, our gifts are going up. Thank you for that. And we're operating in the red, meaning we're spending less than we're receiving, which we should do. To be good stewards, we've determined next year to reduce our budget by 5%, just with the way the economy's going, just out of an abundance of caution, and hopefully we'll do well, and we'll be able to even take the extra and do something with it, and we will. So be faithful. I know you're planning about next year's budget probably right now, or if you haven't, please include us and let us continue to be a blessing to pastors and to leaders and to equip people and to do missions. And I thank you for all the gifts, and remind your treasurer, we do have an online option now if it would make it easier for you, but we really appreciate those consistent gifts, and you are a blessing. And finally, Parr Four is this. Please do not miss January 12th, we launch our recharge sessions. There'll be 9 next year. And on January 12th, we'll have a noon meeting at Chestnut Grove Baptist Church in Grayson, Georgia. And then in the evening at 6:30 p.m., we'll be at One Life Church in Lawrenceville. Same meeting repeated twice. Our guest speaker, Dennis Mitchell, who preached last year at our annual meeting and just lit the room up. And our theme is going to be prayer. I mean, your church being a church of prayer. Don't just attend, but bring people with you, particularly those who love prayer, or perhaps your prayer leader or your prayer team. You may say, Steve, we don't have a prayer leader or a prayer team. Well, why not enlist one and bring them with you? Don't come by yourself. But when you're there, you're not just going to be talked to or preached to. You're going to have time to interact and to plan and to strategize and to do an upgrade in the prayer ministry in your church and to apply what you learned. Now, there will be a meal involved, and you do need to register for that to make sure we've got the amount of food that we need. So please register. Details are coming. You'll hear more about this. I'm just kind of getting on your calendar right now. We look forward to seeing you there on January 12th. And we also look forward to seeing you December 2nd, as I started here today with our virtual Christmas fellowship. Our time is up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on next month's Parr Four.